Hello, my name is Esther, and I'm here with Science from Scientist. I'm one of our California instructors, and my background is in animal behavior, or why animals do what they do. And just like all of you, I'm stuck at home practicing social distancing. But that doesn't mean I have to stop doing experiments, so I've been spending a lot more time with my cats than I normally do. This is Sita, and she's helping me out today. She looks so happy about it, doesn't she? Anyway, I was wondering, I've always heard that cats sleep about 20 hours a day, and this seems like the perfect time to figure out if that's actually what they do. So I'm going to do an experiment with my fuzzball's help to try and figure out how long or how much of their days they actually spend sleeping. So I did a little research and a little reading and found out that one of the reasons cats sleep so much is that they're predators. They need a lot of energy for all that running down and chasing their prey and capturing it and, pouncing on it. So they spend a lot of their day conserving energy for those moments when they can pounce and capture prey. So everything about the cat, from the way that it sleeps, through its very sensitive hearing, you can see throughout the video, Sita is turning her ears to pay attention to noises in the background. And even her very pretty eyes, the shape of them, is to help her track down her prey. And she's got really cool, super sharp, if she lets me do this, super sharp claws, like that one, in order to capture and murder her prey. So everything about her is designed, even her lazy sleepiness, to help her capture prey. She's been a good sport, so I'm going to let her go now. Thank you, Sita, for your help. So how are we going to figure out how much of the day our cat is sleeping? First of all, you're going to need a data sheet. You're going to need a pencil. You're going to need a pet. Oh, no, not that. If you don't happen to have a cat in your house, that's quite all right. You can do this experiment with any pet, a dog, a bunny, even a lizard. The only thing that probably won't work is a fish. And the reason that won't work is we can't really tell when a fish is sleeping, unlike with those other pets. Fish sleep with their eyes open, so it's hard for us to tell when they're sleeping. So any other pet will work for this experiment. So you need a pet, you need a pen, you need a data sheet, and there's a link to that data sheet in the description for this video, so don't worry, I've made it for you. And you're gonna need some kind of calculator to do a little bit of math at the end, so we'll go through that later. So you've got your materials, you're ready to go. The first thing we should probably do is make a prediction. So how long do you think your cat is going to sleep during the day? Take a minute, pause the video, write down your thoughts, share it with me in our Google form, also linked at the end of the video. Okay, so we've made a prediction. I'm going to predict my cats are going to sleep between 15 and 20 hours a day, because that's what general research tells me is probably going to happen. But in order to figure out how much time they actually sleep, I need some kind of experimental procedure. Now, I could follow my cat around every minute of the day and write down what they're doing, but that has a couple of problems with it. First of all, I'd get really bored. Second of all, I need sleep. Third, your cat is influenced by you. So when you walk up to your cat, it's going to respond to you. So we don't want to influence the subject of our experiment. So that's not going to work either. So in order to solve these problems, I have a suggested procedure. The suggested procedure is from 8 in the morning until 8 at night, every hour on the hour, go find your cat and write down what your cat is doing. And try not to get too close to your cat. You don't want to say, wake up your cat if your cat is sleeping, or make them stop playing if they're playing. You sort of want to observe your cat without your cat being aware that you're observing them. That's the ideal. So sort of peek your head in the room, check out, where is my cat? Is my cat asleep? Is my dog asleep? Whatever pet you're experimenting with, you don't want it to necessarily be aware that you're checking out what it's doing. Then, on the data sheet, write down what your cat was doing. I have 4 general categories I suggest for cat behavior. Number 1, your cat is awake. So they're sitting, they're walking around, they're meowing at you, but they're not doing anything in particular. So we just sort of have a general awake category. Then we have this thing we're actually interested in, the sleeping category. So when your cat is curled up and with their eyes closed, I think we can call this asleep. If your cat is playing, maybe scratching the scratching post, or chasing down a toy, or chasing each other if you have more than one cat, or they really hate the dog, so they're chasing the dog, all of this counts as play. So if you catch your cat doing that on your hourly check, put that in the play category. Finally, I have the category of eating. So sometimes you might catch your pets having their breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever snack they want to have. So if you catch your cat having food, you can put it in the eating category. So now that we have our categories, we have our data sheet, we can have some data. So I actually did this experiment yesterday, and I have the results, and I'm going to share my screen with you so we can go through what to do with these results when you have them yourself. So you can see from my data that I have written down Sita's awake, sleeping, playing hours of the day, and my other cat, Luna. You saw her in the video clips as well. She's the black and white one. What she was doing throughout the day yesterday. So I'm going to add up all the hours that Sita was sleeping. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of sleeping Sita. So we put 6 here. And then Luna seems to have slept a lot more than Sita. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of sleeping by Luna. So we have 9 hours of Luna sleep. So cat number 1, Sita, had 6 hours of sleep, and cat number 2, Luna, had 9 hours of sleep. Okay, easy enough so far. Next, what we want to do is we want to take the percent of time out of the 12 hours that we watched them that our cat was asleep. So we're going to take the number we got in the first column, 6, divided by 12, and multiply that by 100 to get a percentage. So you can bring out your calculator to help you with this. 6 out of 12 is pretty easy for me. That's a half, so that's going to be 50%. Then we'll do Luna. So Luna was asleep for 9 hours. So 9 divided by 12 multiplied by 100. I'm going to pull my calculator out for this one. 9 divided by 12 times 100 equals 75%. So 75% of the day, Luna was asleep. She's very active. So now that we have those numbers, we can plug them in to figure out from this data, we can extrapolate or try to expand what we know into what we didn't directly observe. So we didn't directly observe the cats overnight because we're sleeping and we like and need our sleep. So we can, from the pattern of their behavior during the day, we can imagine that that pattern repeated at night when we weren't watching. So in order to do that, we need to multiply by 24, basically. So we sort of turn our percents back into decimals. So here we have our 50 divided by 100 multiplied by 24. You can get out your calculator. It's going to be 12 hours. And then we have our 75 divided by 100 and then multiplied by 24. I'm going to do that with my calculator. So 0.75 times 24 equals 18 hours. So already we can see that there's some variety between Sita and Luna. Luna sleeps a lot more than Sita. And Sita seems to sleep less than is normal for a cat, given our prediction at the beginning, where Luna is right in line with our 15 to 8 to 20 hours a day of sleep for a cat. So it seems like Luna is a little bit more average than Sita, which I might have said. Sita is an unusually active cat. So with these results, I have learned a little bit more about what my cats actually do. I'd love to hear from you guys. So if you can do this experiment at home with your pet, especially if you can do it with your cat, go ahead and use the form that's linked, the Google form linked in the description, to tell me about your cat. What percent of the day did they spend sleeping? Because in order to really build an average, we need more than 2 samples. And your cats might be different than my cats. My cats might be really weird. There might be something about my house that makes them sleepy. So it'd be cool if we could get data from a lot of different scientists in a lot of different houses and with a lot of different pets and see what the average number of hours our cats actually do spend asleep and if it's accurate, if it's what we predicted. So I encourage you to follow your curiosity, keep exploring what you can, even when you're stuck at home. There's lots of stuff that you can do and learn about even without leaving your home. So keep an eye on those pets, keep asking questions, and we'll be with you again with another experiment next week. Happy sciencing.